From the campus of Campbellsville University, you are watching the 2017 Derby Rose Gala live on WLCU TV. We now join our host for the evening, Clark Tippett and Amber Wright, inside the Winners Dining Hall from the Maroon Carpet.
Hello and welcome to the 2017 Derby Rose Gala in the Winters Dining Hall on the campus of Campbellsville University. And I'm Clark Tippett.
And I'm Amber Wright.
And tonight's event is a fundraising opportunity for the Campbellsville University Scholarship Fund that allows students like you and I, Amber, to attend this university year in and year out. And Amber, how have you benefited over the past 3 years?
Well, Clark, as you know, I am on 2 different scholarships. I have an athletic as well as an academic that is given to me from Campbellsville University. The academic one covers half of my tuition of coming to this wonderful university, and without that, I wouldn't be able to come here. And I know that whenever I came as a freshman and they sat me down and they were telling me about all of the costs that would be incurred and how much the total it would be, I know that it weighed a little heavy on me. And then whenever they told me that with the grades and what all I'm involved with, that I would be able to have a scholarship that could cover half of my tuition, it was just like a weight was lifted off of my shoulders. I know that you're on an academic scholarship as well, so tell me a little bit about that.
Yes, I am. Mine is also around half tuition, and coming in here for my tour, they were able to sit me down and explain that to me, and it's just really a big relief, as you had said, and it gives us the opportunity to work events like this, get that hands-on experience that we are able to get with Campbellsville University. And now this is our 9th Derby Rose Gala, the 5th that we've covered on WLCU TV. And Amber, this is your 3rd as well as my 3rd gala. What have you done in the past for this event?
Well, Clark, the first year I was on radio. I was glammed up, but not as much as I am tonight, for sure. But I was on radio, and then my 2nd year as a sophomore, I was a TV reporter, like we have 4 right now, who we'll be going to a little later in the evening. And now this year, my 3rd year, I'm a junior, and I'm hosting the gala. What about you, Clark?
Well, my first year, I was doing a little bit of behind-the-scenes work. I was running the audio board, and then last year I got the opportunity to be a reporter as well. So there's a lot that goes into this event, not only with our reporters and then us, the host, but also with our camera operators, our assistant producers, directors, assistant directors, and a lot goes into the behind-the-scenes work and getting this event ready even a month beforehand.
You are definitely right. I know that there was so much work that's gone into this, not only the gala itself, but also our coverage of it. And it's just wonderful that everyone has come together to make this event possible.
Absolutely. And you mentioned our 4 reporters standing by throughout Winters Dining Hall. We will go over to the first set of reporters for tonight's evening, Christian Naylor and Jesslyn McCandless. Christian?
Thanks, Clark. Christian Naylor here with the wonderful and beautiful Jesslyn McCandless. Jesslyn, how are you on this beautiful evening?
I'm doing so great, Christian. How are you?
I am wonderful. I'm enjoying all the events and activities and festivities that's going on. I'm having a blast so far and looking forward to the rest of the night. Now, Jesslyn, is this your first ever Derby Rose Gala?
This is not my first ever Derby Rose Gala. Last year I was an assistant producer for television, and now I am here on air with you. But I hear this is your first Derby Rose Gala, right?
Exactly. This is my very first gala.
We got a rookie.
I'm pumped. It's amazing just being a part of it so far. I can't wait to see when the people come in and who we're going to meet. But Jesslyn, you love social media, right?
I do, so much.
Jesslyn, she is a social media guru. She's on it all the time. She runs it for the station. Tell us about social media and how the viewers at home can stay in touch with social media tonight.
I would love to. Well, our social media team today is doing an amazing job this year of keeping everyone updated and everything. We have our Facebook Live at WLCU Campbellsville, living the whole event. You can see us right now. Our Instagram is at WLCU Campbellsville as well. Our Instagram stories have amazing behind-the-scenes content of the crew. We have all the highlights posted every 5 minutes or so. Our Twitter is awesome, at WLCU_887. We're taking quotes from interviews. We're taking more pictures. We're doing it all with that. But my favorite, and I think it's your favorite too, right?
Definitely Snapchat.
Yes. We have an
Yes.
amazing Snapchat. It's at WLCU887. We have a special host, Keegan M. Harris, will be doing 10 Seconds with Keegan.
Ooh. And you don't want to miss 10 seconds with Keegan.
I'm so excited for 10 Seconds with Keegan.
We don't know what he's going to say. We don't know what he's going to do. I heard, isn't there an interview with Jake the horse?
There is an interview with Jake the horse on 10 Seconds with Keegan. You got to watch it and find it because it's going to keep coming.
And be sure to check us out on the Snapchat. That's where the 10 Seconds with Keegan. Also, I think a dance party or a dance contest.
Can't give away too much
All right,
yet.
we
They
won't
got to
give away
watch.
too much. Now, you mentioned we're going to be going Facebook Live.
Yes.
I think we're getting, I don't know if we've started yet or not.
It's on.
It's on right now.
Us right here.
We're
We
going
are on.
Facebook Live right now, so be sure to check us out on Facebook. You can see what's going on behind us, what's going to be going on the rest of the night. You don't want to miss it.
Right.
Now, Jesslyn, if someone wants to stay connected, they want to
Yes.
stay, they want to be a part of this, they want to interact with us, what's the best form of social media that they can use?
Our Instagram and Twitter is a great way to interact. You can comment on our pictures. You can add us. You can post your own content with the hashtag CUDRG17 as well.
All right, so use the hashtag CUDRG17 if you want to ask questions, comment on what someone's wearing, or maybe if you just want to say something funny, definitely use that hashtag CUDRG17. Use it on Twitter. Now, if you had to pick a social media, which one are you going to choose? Favorite one?
Definitely Snapchat because Keegan.
That's awesome. Well, that's all the time we have right now. We're going to send it back to Clark and Amber. Clark, back to you.
Thank you, Jesslyn and Christian. Great to hear from them. Great to hear all the different ways that you can follow along here tonight to our coverage of the Derby Rose Gala, especially with social media to get that behind-the-scenes look. And Amber, you worked very closely with social media in the past semester.
You're right. I was the social media director, and that was really fun. I know that last year, whenever I was doing the social media, I had to hand it off to somebody since I was on TV, and so that hurt a little bit, you know. Wasn't sure if someone was going to do really well with it, but they did. It ended up being fantastic. But it's really interesting being a part of the social media because you can post the behind-the-scenes stuff that the people like you guys who are watching TV don't get to see.
Now, of course, we do have the dinner here tonight in Winter's Dining Hall, but that's not all the gala has to offer. We also have the Collingsworth Family Concert in Ransdale Chapel later in the evening, and for more on that information, we will go to our other reporters, Matt Wheely and Breanne Ward. Matt?
Thanks, Clark. Matt Wheely here with the lovely Breanne Ward this evening, and I'm looking so excited for the gala this year. Behind me, as you can see back home, it just looks amazing here in the gala, at the gala this year.
It most definitely does, Matt. They're just putting the final touches here on the tables, getting the drinks set for everyone who's coming in, and I'm just so excited to be here. And I must say, you do look pretty great, Matt.
Thanks, Breanne. Yeah, it feels weird not having a hat on this year. And so, Breanne, what are you looking forward to most with the gala this year?
Well, I'm definitely a people person, so I am so excited to meet all of the new people who are going to be here this evening. Some of them I know, some of them I don't, so I'm looking forward to getting interviews in with them and just seeing all of these new people dressed up and seeing what they have to say. What are you looking most forward to?
Wow, that's amazing. Yeah, I'm looking forward to most is, you know, listening to presidents and board of trustees members and maybe even special guests. You never know who's going to show up to the Derby Rose Gala tonight.
Absolutely, and after the gala tonight, we have some more guests coming in, and that's the Collingsworth family. They're going to put on a concert for us. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, right after the gala tonight at 8 p.m., the Collingsworth family concert will be at Ransdale Chapel. Tickets are $25, and they are actually still available, so it'll be great to see them here in concert this evening.
Sure thing. If you haven't already gotten your tickets, grab your family, grab your friends, and head on down to the Ransdale Chapel at 8 o'clock because this is a concert you definitely don't want to miss. The Collingsworth family, as he said, is a gospel band, and they've actually had 18 top 40 hits in the last few years. That's an amazing thing, don't you think?
Yeah, I totally agree. And they actually brought their own grand piano, which was amazing how they actually brought it in here to get in Ransdale Chapel.
You got to set up for that. How did they get that in here?
Well, they actually put it in a case, and so they actually had it flat, and so they had the legs folded in, and then they actually just brought the case right in, and it just fit right on the stage, and it looks great inside Ransdale Chapel right now.
Wow, that's remarkable. I would have never thought of that, honestly.
Yeah, I totally agree. And they also have violins that they're bringing. This is a very gifted group, and so, but you know, we're both looking forward to that later on tonight. But right now, we're going to take it back to our hosts of the evening, Clark Tippett and Amber Wright. Clark?
Thank you, guys. And the concert has really been a staple piece of the Derby Rose Gala over the past few years.
You're right. and that's about $25 a piece for the tickets. Hopefully there's still some available, so if you guys at home still want some, you can order, you can go, you can call the Office of Development, or you can get the tickets at the door.
Absolutely. And for our WLCU TV coverage, you can also follow along to 88.7 The Tiger on radio and our social media outlets as well, including Facebook Live. We're going to step away for just a moment, but return here to the 9th Annual Derby Rose Gala on WLCU TV.
Campbellsville Baptist Church, a church building kingdom community through small groups, kids ministry, youth ministry, and worship. At Campbellsville Baptist Church, we are dedicated to sharing the love of God because God's love changes the world. Join us on Sundays for worship at 9 and 11 and small group Bible study at 10. Located on North Central Avenue and on the web at campbellsvillebaptistchurch.com.
Citizens Bank and Trust knows just how hectic your day can be. Stay on track during your busiest days with Citizens Bank and Trust. Buying the latest gear to support your favorite team, or grabbing a coffee after studying all night. Citizens Bank allows you to deposit your checks with the snap of a picture at any time, especially after hours. Citizens Bank and Trust, keeping you on schedule. Now introducing Apple, Android, and Google Pay. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
WLCU TV, a service of Campbellsville University. Comcast Cable Channel 10.
Campbellsville University Cosmetology teaches beauty inside and out. The cosmetology students at CU receive salon experience while learning in a contemporary environment from faculty who have worked in the industry. With areas of study ranging from hairstyling to salon management, Campbellsville University Cosmetology can help you turn your passion into a profession. Kickstart your cosmetology career today. Visit campbellsville.edu/cosmetology.
You are watching the 2017 Derby Rose Gala live from the Winners Dining Hall on the campus of Campbellsville University. Now back to our hosts, Clark Tippett and Amber Wright.
Welcome back to the 9th Annual Derby Rose Gala. I'm Clark Tippett.
And I'm Amber Wright.
Amber, we talked briefly about our past experience and how long it takes to prepare for this event on our side, but we're not the only ones here tonight with WLCU TV, of course, our radio coverage on 88.7 The Tiger, but we also have a few other pieces of the mass communication department at Campbellsville University that are very involved in tonight's event.
You're right. We have our campus times. They're running around here, getting some quotes, talking to people, getting stuff ready so they can make an awesome little bit of a newspaper for the next edition. I know that they have some photojournalism students who are taking photos for the paper as well.
Yes, and then for our preparation, a lot goes into it. But you talk about the preparation of the gala as a whole. They have the Derby Rose Gala committee that works for a whole year just for this one night. And Amber, I know you had the opportunity to get some more information about that.
Betty Horde, last year, while I was a reporter, I got to speak with her, and I asked about what kind of planning goes into the Derby Rose Gala, since she is a part of that planning committee. And I had asked if she had any time whatsoever, once the gala was over, to kind of relax and breathe. She said she gets that one night, the night of the Derby Rose Gala, to kind of just and think about and be glad of everything that she's done. And then she has to go right back at it the next day.
So a lot goes into it, but it turns out amazing each and every year. The dining hall is absolutely transformed, as have ourselves. I know I don't wake up every morning in a tux.
Oh, I mean, I woke up just like this.
Oh, of course. I forget about that. But we do have to step away now and go to our set of reporters to see what they have for us. Standing by is Matt Wheely and Brienne Ward. Matt?
Clark, Matt Wheely here with Brienne Ward here. We have Chuck Vaughn, the Assistant Vice President for Planned and Annual Giving at Campbellsville University. So, Mr. Vaughn, how are you doing this evening, and are you looking forward to the gala tonight?
I am looking forward to this very, very much. It's my 9th annual participation in this, and we're excited that next year we get to have a special 10-year anniversary. So I'm pretty excited.
Wow, that's amazing. Being here for 9 years. So what have you seen that the gala has changed over the years?
Well, we used to never have any kind of broadcasting, for example. We just had a dinner, and so I think this has added a great deal to the gala in terms of giving you guys an opportunity to practice your skills and to learn and add to your resume. You can tell them on your resume you interviewed Chuck Vaughn. That'll probably get you a job anywhere.
Well, I might definitely use that because I graduate in December. So you said you're excited about next year's celebration. What are you most excited about for this year's celebration?
This year we had to change the date because we have a special concert. And we have the Collinsworth family. And we're especially excited about having them here. I just heard within the past week that the Collinsworth family will be singing at Carnegie Hall May the 3rd. So I said, you start at Ransdell Chapel, get warmed up, and then you end up at Carnegie Hall. I mean, what? Can you beat that?
I would say you couldn't. I mean, that sounds like a pretty good plan to me. But yeah, we're definitely glad that you're here and glad that you've given us some time to interview you today. Thank you so much for your time.
And thank you for doing this.
And thank you for your time, and I hope your job goes well in the future with the planned and annual giving here at Campbellsville University.
Thank you so much. Scholarship money. So
That's right. Thank you so much.
Good to see you.
Thank you.
You have a good
to see you
evening.
as well.
Okay, bye-bye.
Wow, Brianne, it's great to just see how one man can just tell it all with, planned and annual giving here at Campbellsville University. But right now, we're going to pass it back to our hosts of the evening, Clark Tippett and Amber Wright. Clark?
Thank you, guys. And it was really a cool bit of information to hear that the Collinsworth family will be performing in Carnegie Hall in roughly a month.
Wow.
So really an honor to have them here for tonight's event. And going back to the cafeteria, there have been changes made to the cafeteria in general. They've done some work over winter break to really make it look better in general. And then for tonight's event, all the transformation and how hard everyone worked to move from lunch for the students to this dinner here tonight in a matter of really 3 hours.
I know that I was in here earlier and I was just having regular cafeteria food, and the Winters Dining Hall has absolutely been transformed. I know that right now you guys can just see the banner behind us, but there are silk sheets on the chairs, there are candles, there are like wine-looking glasses, and it is an incredible transformation of what the Winters Dining Hall normally is.
And of course, then we have the band playing music in the background, as well as the men's and women's bowling teams are here as the servers tonight in the traditional jockey gear that really adds another element to the Derby Rose Gala. And now we're going to get ready to send it over to our other set of reporters to see what they have standing by for us is Christian Naylor and Jesslyn McCandless. Christian?
Thanks, Clark. Christian Naylor back with Jesslyn McCandless and a very special guest. We have Benji Kelly with us, the Vice President of Development here at Campbellsville University. Benji, how are you doing this evening?
I'm doing great. It is about, 45 minutes before we kick this thing off. It's a lot of work has gone into this, but I'm doing really well. We've got a great day outside, and it's going to be a great night tonight.
That's wonderful.
So in addition to being Vice President of Development, you're also a two-time grad at CU, is that correct?
That is correct. A 95 graduate of communications major, go communications, and 2005 MBA graduate.
That's awesome. So what's your favorite part about being a part of the university, not as a student now, but as a Vice President?
Seeing where the school has come from when I was a student here to where it is now is just, I'm amazed at the growth that we've had. Not only just in student population, but our facilities, but also the plan that we have for the future. And just to be able to be a part of that and to kind of give back to help students like you guys get a great education is a lot of fun.
Where do you see, as Vice President of Development, where do you see Campbellsville going in the future? As far, however you want to take it, where do you see Campbellsville going?
Well, we had a goal to be at 5,000 students by 2025. Well, we've reached that about 8 years ahead of schedule. So we're in the process now of evaluating where we see ourselves in the future. We've got a lot of programs now at our regional centers that are really taking off. I really think that in time we could get to 10,000 students. Now that may be 10, 15 years from now, but there's just a lot of great things that are happening. The Lord's blessing us right now, and we just want to be good stewards of that.
So you almost had to rewrite your goals.
Yeah, 8 years ahead of schedule. That's right. So we're in the process of evaluating and changing what those goals are.
That's awesome. Well, that's Benji Kelly. That's a good problem to have for Campbellsville. Benji Kelly, guys. Thank you, Benji. We appreciate you. We appreciate all you do.
Thank you. Good luck, guys.
Thank you.
All right. See ya.
And Jesslyn, Campbellsville is a beautiful campus. Everything is looking gorgeous. As you see behind us, we have beautiful table set. What's your favorite decoration so far?
You mean other than myself?
Other
and
than
the
yourself.
other reporters? Other than that, I'd have to say Jake the Horse.
Jake the Horse, and we are going to talk about Jake the Horse soon. We're going to have a segment coming up. You don't want to miss Jake the Horse, but yes, it is looking beautiful, and we're going to wrap it up and send it back to Clark and Amber once again. Clark, back to you.
Thank you, guys, and great to hear from Benji Kelly to have that kind of look at how the university has changed and their plans for the future as they develop over the years, and how this event has developed as well. And speaking of university development, a major milestone has just been reached at the university level in terms of enrollment.
Yes, 5,000 students is the mark that Campbellsville University has just hit for enrollment. They have 10 different campuses, not only just the main campus, but they have some in Louisville and Hodgenville and just some kind of satellite campuses. And it's just really cool to know that not only does Campbellsville University, not only does their enrollment just keep getting higher and higher, but the satellite campuses do as well.
Yes, and then of course we have many plans in the works, and some that have already been finished, to improving the facilities here. I know a new walking track was just put in over by the men's village, and then new plans for a student activity center, and of course the field house near the football field. All of those things going in, and just improving the university and their facilities.
The walking track that's near the men's village, I was told by Otto Tennant that it's being implemented so it's a safer way that people, not only going to college, but the people of the community have a safer place that they can exercise. And there's little stations around the quarter-mile track where you can do other cardio and stretching activities. And it's just really cool that not only do they care about our education at Campbellsville University, but also our health and well-being as well.
Yes, and I think that's really a testament to events like this and just how much people care about this university and want to give back and to be focused on the students here at Campbellsville University. We do have to step away, but we will be right back for more interviews with trustees, members of the board, and faculty throughout the evening. You're following along to WLCU TV's coverage of the 9th Annual Derby Rose Gala.
The gift of reading is worldwide. Whether you're sitting at home or enjoying nature with your favorite book, Dog-Eared Books is here for you. Located on East Main Street in Campbellsville, Dog-Eared Books has a wide variety for all your reading needs. Find your favorite author or search your favorite genre. Stay up to date with all our extra events on social media at Dog-Eared Books KY and also dogearedbooksky.com. Dog-Eared Books, because books are a man's best friend.
Grandpa, famous for dropping a line. Lee's, famous for chicken. Fall into a deal this autumn at Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken with our Spicy Jumbo Dippers combo for only $5.99. Take flavor and value to a whole new level with a cup of our Spicy Jumbo Dippers, a side, a biscuit, and a regular drink, all for an amazing price. It's a deal that's easy to fall for. Make fall value season at Lee's with our Spicy Jumbo Dippers combo for only $5.99. Only at Lee's, famous for chicken.
A champion doesn't get days off. It takes determination and drive to realize goals. From long nights to early mornings. From the courts to the classrooms to online. At Campbellsville University, this is why we play. This is how we learn. This is where champions are made. Find your calling for a life change at campbellsville.edu.
Here at Saloma Baptist Church, our mission and ministry extend beyond our walls. We are focused on teaching all ages about the love of Jesus and preparing them for a life of mission. We are committed to serving the local community and the world in the name of Jesus Christ. For more information on service times and mission opportunities, visit our website at salomabaptist.com. We extend a warm welcome to you and your family here at Saloma Baptist Church.
You are watching the 2017 Derby Rose Gala live from the Winners Dining Hall on the campus of Campbellsville University. Now back to our hosts, Clark Tippett and Amber Wright.
Hello and welcome back to the 9th Annual Derby Rose Gala, and we are now joined by Dr. H. Heath Spears, and thank you for your time this evening.
Absolutely. It's a great night to be here.
And what are you looking forward to most? This is now the 9th Annual Derby Rose Gala, and it's changed a lot. What has been a staple piece for you?
Well, I think they're continuing, obviously, the involvement of our alumni and our advancement board. I think that really sets a tone for what we're trying to do here. Ultimately, it's a fundraising event for scholarships, so that's a consistency that we love. Of course, we got the horse out front, so that's always great. But what do I really look forward to tonight? Dinner. It's scrumptious. This is that, and is it McDonald's burgers? What are we having tonight? I think
I don't think it's McDonald's burgers.
Guess not. All right. No, I understand that it's like the blue plate special or something, right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
What can we expect to see the next coming galas?
Well, I think one of the things that we try to always kind of move it up a little bit. I don't know if we should have the live horse and the actual horse race inside the dining hall. That may be pushing a little bit, but we would really like to see something like that.
I think that would make it a little more lively and interesting. What do you think?
I do. Well, one thing that we have done in the last few years is moved it so that we have a concert on the same night. So, everybody likes to get dressed up and, be looking really sharp and all that kind of thing. But then you kind of go home, right, afterwards. So we've actually moved this to the point, instead of having a speaker, we have a concert. So it's really not a dinner and a movie, but a dinner and a concert. And how cool is that?
Very cool.
Now, our broadcast over the years has gotten bigger as well. And wanting to talk about a production, when you were at Marshall, you worked closely with the movie We Are Marshall. Sure. What was the experience like working with a big production like that?
Well, in many regards, what you're doing here tonight is a facsimile. It's very close to the same kind of coverage that you would find on the red carpet. Individuals who come in and you ask some questions and things of that sort. I don't know that you can compare one event to another, but what you can do is understand that generally the experiences are the same. And I think for the students, you, as well as the students behind the camera, are getting an experience they wouldn't get anywhere else. I don't know of any other university in this country that has a live red carpet event. Well, ours is maroon, I get that. But it brings us all together. It's radio and television, the news folks, the magazine folks, the PR, all that comes together. It's at one location.
And we thank you for your time here, Dr. Spears, and we hope that you enjoy the rest of your evening here in the Winters Dining Hall.
I'm going to. I did a dance-off here a while ago, and everybody look for that on social media.
Yes, that is on our Snapchat, and just one way that you can follow along here tonight for our coverage as well on 88.7 The Tiger, and of course, just thank you for your time and all that you do for Campbellsville University.
Having fun right here.
We're going to go ahead and toss it over to our reporters, Matt Wheely and Brianne Ward, to see what they have for us. Matt?
Thank you, Clark. Matt Wheely here again with Brianne Ward this evening, and we have the opportunity to speak with one of the heads that actually puts on the Derby Rose Gala. Miss Betty Horde is with us this evening. So, Miss Horde, what does it take to go into a Derby Rose Gala?
It takes a lot of work. We spend a lot of time getting organized on what we're going to do each year. So as soon as this one's over, we'll have a meeting and we'll start right in on planning for next year.
Wow, that's amazing. So what has been your big part for this gala this year?
I am in charge of all of the decorating. So I get people to help me, and we have been so blessed to have staff members and students to come in and help set the tables and move the tables around and then decorate everything too. So it's been a blessing to work on this, and it just all happens so quickly that it pulls together. It's amazing to see the cafeteria today at 12 noon and then to see it tonight. Don't you agree?
I do. It really is an amazing thing. I didn't get to come in here and eat lunch today, but I have several other times, and I know that it looks completely different. And We were just talking a few minutes ago, and I commented on how there were several more tables this year. You said there's going to be more in attendance than normal?
We will have a lot of staff members in attendance this time and faculty, so that's great. We're glad they're going to be here.
And we're definitely glad that they can be here too and that we get to be here. So I know that you said you came in on the second gala, and how have you seen it change over the years?
I think we have, we've just decorated so much more. We've added the chair covers, which any of the other banquets do not have. Any of the other dinners do not have as elaborate decorations as we do. And then we have the ties that go around the chair covers and the candles, and it's just different. It's so different than other dinners that people will come to here on this university.
Absolutely, and I must say that everything does look great. Matt, do you have any more questions?
No, but I have to admit, tonight's dining looks fantastic. You have done an amazing job. I know being here yesterday, I helped you bring all those tablecloths in. It's the real deal. And each table must be perfect.
It's got to be perfect for me.
Yes, I totally agree. Well, we thank you for your time this evening. You know, I hope you have a great night and, you know, and just have fun with it. And that's what the Derby Rose Gala is all about. We thank you for your time. But right now, we're going to toss it back over to our other reporters, Christian Naylor and Jesslyn McCandless. Christian?
Thanks, Matt. Christian Naylor back with Jesslyn McCandless and a new guest. We have the Vice President of University Outreach, Dr. Ted Taylor. Ted, how are you today?
We're doing great, man. We're excited about this, Nene. And this is going to be a great night, isn't it?
It's going to be an awesome night. Now, Ted, you are a veteran gala goer. You have been here before. How many years have you been to the gala?
I think this is the 8th year of the gala, 8th or 9th, so we've been every year, and it just keeps getting better and better.
What would you say is your favorite part about the gala every year?
Well, when we added the concert at the end, I kind of like that combination of the gala and the concert, and so we're excited about the Collinsworth family tonight, and matter of fact, I've got front row seats.
Do you now? That's exciting.
That's wonderful.
It is. I pulled a few strings and got on the front row, so I'm in good
You got
shape.
a couple extra for us, or?
Yeah, we'll put you all on the front row, absolutely.
Well, it sounds like you're getting ready to have an awesome night. Now, tell us, as the Vice President of University Outreach, what are some of the things you do during the day, or what are some of the things that you do for the university?
Well, under University Outreach is church outreach, and so certainly you know all about that. And then all the centers are under me, and first class, and so there's several things. Cosmetology, I never knew I'd direct 3 cosmetology schools.
That's right. Who would ever thought Ted Taylor in charge of a cosmetology school?
So I guess it's the hair. So we love cosmetology, allied health. So there's a lot of external things that I'm in charge of, and it just takes the handprint of Campbellsville University out to the whole Commonwealth of Kentucky.
Well, thank you so much for your time, Dr. Taylor. We appreciate it so much.
Okay. Have a great evening.
Oh, we will. I appreciate it.
Okay.
We'll go ahead if you want to head that way.
Okay.
Awesome. That is Dr. Ted Taylor. He does so much for the university. We are more than pleased to have him with us. Now, you mentioned earlier Jake the horse.
Yes, my boy Jake the horse.
Now tell us about Jake the horse. Are you going to get a picture with Jake the horse?
Are we going to get a picture with Jake the horse?
Yes, we are definitely going to get a picture with Jake. We mentioned our social media. We mentioned Instagram and Snapchat. Be sure to look us up on Instagram. We're going to have our picture with Jake the horse. You don't want to miss that. Now, Jake the horse is a huge figure. Fun fact, Jesslyn, Jake actually had his picture with President Bush.
Really?
So, yeah, I think it's a big honor for us to have a picture with Jake the horse. I'm looking forward to it. And also, another fun fact.
Okay.
Jake the horse this is his 9th gala.
Right.
He's been with us for 9 years, which is amazing, along with Ted Taylor, who mentioned that. But that's all the time we have right now. We're going to send it back to Clark and Amber. Clark, back to you.
Thank you, guys. And while we do have a moment, we would like to take a moment and thank all of our sponsors who made tonight's event possible. First, we have Community Trust Bank,
Wright Legacy Group, LLC, Steve and Lisa Wright,
Donald and Vicky Inzer,
Mitchell's Menswear,
The Green Room, Paige Horde,
United Citizens Bank,
Joe and Susan Walters. And those are just a few names that allow us to make events like this possible, but also our normal programming throughout the year. We have radio and television programs that run throughout, like Dialogue on Public Issues with Dr. John Chowning. And then we also have radio shows like Just in the Morning with our own reporter, Jessalyn McCandless. And that makes all of that possible, of course. Then all of our sports coverage with high school athletics and college athletics as well.
I know you have a little bit to do with that, don't you, Clark?
A little bit. I did have the honor to do some play-by-play for Campbellsville High School's football and basketball programs. And that's just another example of all the opportunities we get here with WLCU TV and the Mass Communication Department.
Getting a lot of those real-world experiences, like Dr. H.K. Spears said earlier, I don't think that we would get anywhere else. Never in a million years did I imagine that coming to Campbellsville University would I be able to be in front of a camera, holding a microphone, speaking with you, hosting the Derby Rose Gala, and it's just incredible that I am here tonight.
Yes, it is, and we do have to step away, but we'll be right back as we continue our coverage of the 9th Annual Derby Rose Gala on WLCU TV.
Campbellsville Baptist Church, a church building kingdom community through small groups, kids ministry, youth ministry, and worship. At Campbellsville Baptist Church, we're dedicated to sharing the love of God because God's love changes the world. Join us on Sundays for worship at 9 and 11 and small group Bible study at 10. Located on North Central Avenue and on the web at campbellsvillebaptistchurch.com.
Citizens Bank and Trust knows just how hectic your day can be. Stay on track during your busiest days with Citizens Bank and Trust. Buying the latest gear to support your favorite team. Or grabbing a coffee after studying all night. Citizens Bank allows you to deposit your checks with the snap of a picture at any time, especially after hours. Citizens Bank and Trust, keeping you on schedule. Now introducing Apple, Android, and Google Pay.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
WLCU TV, a service of Campbellsville University. Comcast Cable Channel 10. As the city of Campbellsville prepares to celebrate its bicentennial, Taylor County Bank celebrates 80 years of being locally owned and operated. Taylor County Bank offers many convenient features such as mobile banking and online bill pay. Should anything happen to your debit card, Taylor County Bank provides instant disabling of the card. They also offer a number of design options to show your local pride. Taylor County Bank, with multiple Campbellsville locations and online at taylorcountybank.com.
You're watching the 2017 Derby Rose Gala, live from the Winners Dining Hall on the campus of Campbellsville University. Let's return to our hosts, Clark Tippett and Amber Wright.
Welcome back to the 9th Annual Derby Rose Gala here in the Winners Dining Hall, as we are now joined by lead professor for mass communications, Stan McKinney. And how are you doing this evening?
I'm doing well. Glad to be here.
We appreciate your time, and earlier we had talked about our coverage and then also the Campus Times presence here at the Derby Rose Gala and all they do throughout the course of the year.
Yes, I have students here taking photographs and also be doing some stories in the last issue you'll see of the year. We have another issue coming out next week that won't have this coverage, but we will have coverage a bit later, yes.
Now in our 9th Annual Derby Rose Gala, you've been here before. What are you looking forward to most based on previous experience?
Well, it's always good to see students dressed up. Some of them I almost didn't recognize. I don't even recognize myself being dressed up. So it's really good to see students turned out and working at what hopefully someday will be a career for them, and see them busy and putting all their skills to good use. Good practical experience.
How many students and how many different classes do you have in a year?
Oh gosh, in a full academic year, I'd have to do some quick math, 50 or 60 probably per semester, yes.
How many different classes do you teach yourself?
I normally teach 4 classes each semester, and then usually a couple by appointment and some practicums, and I'm the advisor to the Campus Times, so it's enough to keep me busy.
I could assume so.
Now, we recently talked about how the university went over 5,000 students total enrollment across all campuses, satellites, online programs. How have you seen the university grow over your time here, and also this event itself over the 9 years and its growth?
Well, this is my 19th year as a full-time professor. I was a part-time or an adjunct for 13 years prior to that. Had a full-time job, so don't want to mislead anybody there. It's grown tremendously. It really has. Absolutely amazing. Our department has increased. I don't think you would probably recognize the department from yesterday compared to today. There was a time when we had about 5 majors in the program. We now have somewhere around 80, something like that. So it's grown tremendously. I see it getting bigger all the time, and I think it's these kinds of things that really help, the hands-on experience. A larger school, you're not going to get that. It's just not going to happen. We put everybody to work and let them get out there and practice their skills, as I said earlier. But yeah, tremendous change in the university. It's getting bigger and better all the time. We need things, though. You're always going to need things. We need more professors. We need a building. Wouldn't it be wonderful to have a building strictly devoted to mass communication? So if there's a major donor out there somewhere, who'd like to donate a few $1,000,000, we'd be happy to put their name on the building, be glad to do that. If I had the money, I'd do it. I don't have it. And I'm afraid my Mustang that I love and glad to have, it won't cover the cost of a building. So,
unfortunately not.
Well, we hope that you enjoy the rest of the evening here in the Winters Dining Hall. And now we're going to send it over to our set of reporters, Christian Naylor and Jesselyn McCandless. Christian?
Thanks, Clark. Christian Naylor once again with Jesselyn McCandless.
And we have a special guest with us tonight. We have Dr. Donna Hedgepath. She is the Vice President of Academic Affairs. Dr. Hedgepath, how are you doing tonight?
I'm great. How are you doing?
Oh, we are doing so great. So you have been the Vice President for how many years?
Actually, about 20 months. I'm finishing my 2nd year.
Do you like it so far?
I do. It's quite the challenge. But
Now, what did you do for the university before the Vice President of Academic Affairs?
Before, I served as Dean of the School of Education.
Okay.
Before that, I was a faculty in the School of Education.
So how long have you been with Campbellsville University?
As a faculty, I began in 2004.
That's awesome. And were you a student here?
I was a student, class of 92.
Class of 92, Donna Hedgepath. That's awesome. Can you tell us what you're studying?
I was a music education major, voice.
Voice, oh wow, that's awesome.
That's awesome.
We're not going to make you sing here on camera. Maybe later we can hear something. That's awesome.
So tell us a little bit about your involvement with the gala. How many have you been to? What's your favorite part?
This is probably my 5th or 6th gala. This is my first one without my husband, so I'm single tonight. He is actually a bass fishing coach, and they're at a tournament this weekend. So I've always enjoyed it. I've seen it change from different formats, so it's always a lot of fun. I enjoy the concerts too.
We're excited about the concert.
That's awesome. Well, this is Dr. Donna Hedgepath. Thank you so much for your time. We appreciate all you do for the university, and we hope you have a great rest of the night. Thank you. Thank you. Now, Jesselyn, before we go on any further, we want to give a big thank you to Lexus Graham and Lionel J. They're our producer and our cameraman. They are doing a wonderful job.
They make sure we look good. They make sure we sound good. They just keep us under control because Lord knows what we're going to do.
Exactly. Now, real quick, what does something like this mean for a student like you?
Well, a student like me, as a communications student, it's an amazing real-world experience to just be involved with interviewing and even the technology. We had a couple technical errors before we went on, but we solved it, and now we know how to do it in the future.
Exactly. It's crazy to see how much actually goes into an event.
So much work.
How many people we need, but that's all the time we have right now. We're going to send it to Matt and Bree. Matt, back to you.
Thank you, Christian. Matt Wheely here along with Breanne Ward this evening, and we're here with Mr. and Mrs. Comer this evening. Dr. Jay Comer is actually currently on the Board of Trustees here at Campbellsville University, and we're glad you guys are here this evening. So what are you guys looking forward to most at the Derby Rose Gala this year?
Well, we always enjoy it. We've been here for several years now. We enjoy the company. We enjoy the food. The food is really good. And I like the guys that serve, the guys and gals that serve from the athletic teams. I think that's really neat. So I enjoy all of it.
Dr. Connor, what about you? What are you looking forward to?
Well, I think of all the years we've been here, this is the first time we've been interviewed, so I guess I'm looking forward to that. And the concert.
Yes, that's going to be a great concert, and we're glad to interview you. Thank you so much for giving us this opportunity, for sure. So going on with that, I was speaking to you earlier. You said you didn't graduate from Campbellsville University, but you were long-term friends of Dr. and Mrs. Connor, or Dr. and Mrs. Carter, sorry. So how does that bring you in to tie in with the Board of Trustees, just being friends with them, or what is your role on the Board of Trustees?
Well, I've a few years ago served as chairman of the board for 3 years, and then I've been on the board for 17 or 18 years. And yes, the Carters were the draw for sure, but it's gone way beyond that. And I don't know how much you know about how we're growing in terms of students. You know, we now have over 5,000 students. So there's just an air of excitement about Campbellsville that's infectious. So I'm here quite a lot, as often as possible.
Wow, that's amazing. You know, being on the Board of Trustees for that many years, it's amazing to see how Campbellsville has grown since then. And, 18, 19 years, that's Campbellsville University when it became a university instead of being Campbellsville College. And so just talk a little bit about Vision 2025. We all like to talk about that just a little bit, but can you just give us a little snippet into Vision 2025?
Well, what's happened is that higher education is changing dramatically. The old standard 18 to 22-year-old student coming for 4 years and then leaving, still plenty of people doing that, but folks getting their education online, coming back for degree completion programs, going to our regional centers. So our market is expanding. Now it's just up to us to take advantage of it.
Well, we thank you for your time for this interview this evening, and we hope you guys have a great time here at the Derby Rose Gala this year. But right now, we're going to take it back to our hosts of the evening, Clark Tippett and Amber Wright. Clark?
Thank you, Matt and Brianne, and we are now joined by our president, Dr. Michael Carter, and thank you for your time this evening.
Oh, thrilled to be here.
Now, Dr. Carter, the university just hit a big milestone, going over 5,000 students. Can you just talk about that accomplishment and look forward to continued growth over the years?
Well, we're very excited to have our spring enrollment, in fact, be an all-time record, 5,035 students. And it's been a strategic goal of ours as we put together the Vision 2025 plan. Matter of fact, the very first initiative was, could Campbellsville reach 5,000 students? And so we've actually reached it 8 years ahead of schedule, and so we're very excited about that, and just so pleased to be serving this many students.
Absolutely, and as we talk about the gala, this event has certainly grown as well, and what does it mean to have this event to support scholarships?
Well, the Advancement Board has been the driving force to help us raise additional scholarship dollars for our students, and so this event, in fact, touches most of the student body in one way or another through the form of scholarship assistance. And so it's a very important night to us. We're thrilled to be able to do it in honor of students.
About how many funds have been raised just from the Derby Rose Gala alone?
Well, it would be well over $1 million that has been raised now over the years. I haven't actually, I know that Benji Kelly could probably give us the exact amount, but every year we've been able to raise several $100,000. And what we try to do is we take a look at the need that students have and use the federal formula and disperse those funds so that students can be assisted. And, Campbellsville was rated a year ago as the 3rd school in all of the South with the lowest amount of debt in terms of our graduates as they finished up. And one of the reasons has been because of events like this. We've been able to raise scholarship funds so that students just like you would be able to have scholarship assistance.
You're right. I know that the scholarships help me out immensely. What can you tell our viewers about what we might see in the future from the Derby Rose Gala?
Well, the Advancement Board is one of our premier volunteer boards. Many graduates of Campbellsville serve on this board, but they always are looking for creative and innovative ways to, again, help students. They've been able to help us with several projects on campus, and here several years ago when we talked about the need for scholarships, they stepped up and again with this particular event. So we're thrilled with their work and their love for Campbellsville University. It's pretty amazing.
Certainly. And what are you looking forward to most throughout the evening?
Well, we're excited certainly to be here in honor of our student body, and that's really why we gather, is to celebrate what you all are doing as students and accomplishing. But we're also excited about the Collinsworth family being here in concert. They begin at 8 o'clock in the Ransdell Chapel, and there's still tickets available. So if someone's out there this evening and would like to come, certainly we've got tickets available as you enter the chapel. But it's going to be a great night, wonderful meal, great fellowship, a great chance to be with individuals who love the mission of Christian higher education, Campbellsville University in particular, and then to celebrate some good Southern gospel music with the Collinsworth family.
Thank you very much, and we certainly hope that you enjoy the rest of your evening here at the Derby Rose Gala.
Well, thank you so much. We're excited about the evening, and again, thank you all for serving as our hosts this evening.
Absolutely. I was glad to have this opportunity.
Now we will step away for a quick commercial break and come right back here for our coverage of the 9th Annual Derby Rose Gala on WLCU TV.
Campbellsville University Cosmetology teaches beauty inside and out. The cosmetology students at CU receive salon experience while learning in a contemporary environment from faculty who have worked in the industry. With areas of study ranging from hairstyling to salon management, Campbellsville University Cosmetology can help you turn your passion into a profession. Kickstart your cosmetology career today. Visit campbellsville.edu/cosmetology.
WLCU TV, a service of Campbellsville University. Comcast Cable Channel 10.
The gift of reading is worldwide. Whether you're sitting at home or enjoying nature with your favorite book, Dog-Eared Books is here for you. Located on East Main Street in Campbellsville, Dog-Eared Books has a wide variety for all your reading needs. Find your favorite author or search your favorite genre. Stay up to date with all our extra events on social media at Dog-Eared Books KY and also dogearedbooksky.com. Dog-Eared Books, because books are a man's best friend.
Whether you're 2 or 102, the Tigerville Grill has something for you. Take advantage of the Build Your Own Burger menu. In the mood for something small? Choose one of the many delicious slider options. Call ahead and use our fast and easy drive-thru. Oh, that cool freestyle fountain drink machine? We've still got it. The Tigerville Grill, located at 314 North Columbia Avenue and open to the public 11 to 8 daily.
You're watching the 2017 Derby Rose Gala, live from the Winners Dining Hall on the campus of Campbellsville University. Let's return to our hosts, Clark Tippett and Amber Wright.
Welcome back to the 9th Annual Derby Rose Gala here in the Winners Dining Hall. As the dinner is about 8 minutes away, people are really starting to pour in, finding their seats here as dinner is about to be served, and we'll have the call to the post played over the trumpet.
I'm excited for that because whenever that trumpet sounds, that means you and I are that much closer to being able to sink our teeth into that delicious dinner.
And Amber, one interesting little piece of information that we were able to learn from Betty Horde, Gwen Hahn, and Sarah Curry about the scholarships specifically that come out of the Derby Rose Gala, it goes towards freshmen coming into the university or transfer students who are just a little short and need that extra help to come. And I believe they said last year alone it helped 19 incoming freshmen to be able to attend this year for Campbellsville University.
Which is absolutely perfect. I know that we said earlier that financial burdens can be tough on an incoming freshman, and it's just incredible knowing that there's events like the Derby Rose Gala that can help us come to this university.
Absolutely, and now we're going to send it over to our reporters one last time, over to Matt Wheely and Brienne Ward. Matt?
Thank you, Clark. Matt Wheely here with Brienne Ward one last time here at the Derby Rose Gala. I must say tonight has been amazing, and just so many people are doing so many things for Campbellsville University.
It definitely has, and I don't know if you all can see behind us. I'm just so happy to be here. I know I said that earlier, but
I'm just so thankful that we were given this opportunity. So first and foremost, I want to say a huge thank you to each and every one of you viewing us and supporting us out there. And I want to say a thank you to you, Matt.
Wow, Brianne, I have to admit, this is your last Derby Rose Gala. This is so sad, but we have to, it's just amazing. And so tonight, I just want to say thank you, and I'm just going to give you a hug because, without you, I couldn't be able to do this here this evening. But you know what? The Derby Rose Gala is what it is. It's about giving for students. We want to thank everybody that has been involved with it. Jeannie Clark, our station manager. We want to thank Jordan Annell, the TV and production producer here at WLCU. And then we also want to thank our director of tonight, Alex Mead. He's done an amazing job behind the scenes. I also want to thank Trent Taylor for putting up with us tonight and this evening, as it has been wonderful.
It really has been a wonderful night, Matt, and I'm just so thankful for you again. Like I said, I'm thankful for all those individuals that you mentioned, and I'm thankful for the people that are here tonight, and just this all-around just blessed opportunity. And I'm so sad to say that this is my last gala. It's bittersweet, but I'm thankful for the opportunity that I've had as well.
Yes, and I want to thank the folks back home for listening to me and Brianne tonight. But right now, we're going to toss it over to our other set of reporters, Christian Naylor and Jesslyn McCandless. Christian?
Christian Naylor back with Jesslyn McCandless for one more time. Jesslyn, we have had a blast so far. At least I have.
Oh, it's been great. I love it.
Are you loving it?
I'm loving it.
That's awesome. Now, we mentioned earlier, and you got to speak on some of the stuff that an event like this means for students, especially those in the mass comm. Now, you're a social work major, right?
I am, surprised.
But isn't your minor mass comm?
It is.
Well, Jesslyn, her minor is mass comm. So what does this mean for a student like you? What does an event like the gala and everything we're doing in front of the camera?
It just means a really good time and a really great experience, honestly.
That's awesome.
What about you? You're a real mass comm student.
Yes, this is my first year in the mass comm. I'm loving every bit of it. Campbellsville has a great program, and I just think something like this it's important because usually we're in the books and you're trying to learn things, but actually getting to be in front of the camera and using the stuff you learn in class in a real world situation, I just think it's awesome.
It is awesome.
I am loving the opportunity. I don't know of many schools that do anything like this.
I haven't heard of any.
And that's what I think puts Campbellsville above the rest. Now, soon we mentioned we're going to take a picture with Jake the horse.
Yes, we are.
We have to mark that off our checklist.
Yes.
We have to. Do we need any more interviews?
I don't think we do. I think we just need to come back and do this again next year, don't you think?
I'm down for next year.
I'm down.
You think you'll be here?
I'll definitely be here.
Awesome. Well, we are looking forward to next year. Now, before we finish this year, what has been your favorite part?
I think having a great co-reporter just makes the night really special,
Oh, my gosh.
Takes the pressure off. He knows what he's doing.
You're not supposed to lie on camera.
You're right. We got to keep him in line, but.
Well, I appreciate that. You've been a great co-host also.
Thank you.
We mentioned Lexus Graham and Lionel J earlier. They continue to do an awesome job. All right, what about next year? Are you looking for anything big next year?
I think you and I need a hunt to be hosts.
Hey, I would be down for that. I would love to do it once again with you. I think we can work some things out. Get it together.
We are up to something.
I think so. All right. Before we finish, Campbellsville as a student.
Yes.
What does Campbellsville? What has it done for you as a student?
It has helped me find my calling. I know it's cliche, but it really. I never would have thought I'd be on camera. I never would have thought I'd have a radio show. I never thought I'd be a social work major. What is life? What does it mean to you, Christian?
Well, to tell you the truth, Campbellsville has changed my life and just everything it's done for me. I love every bit of it. But that's all we have. Christian and Jesslyn, one more time. We're going to send it back to Clark and Amber. Clark, back to you.
Thank you, Christian and Jesslyn. And Amber, we're almost out of time here with our live coverage, but what's been your favorite part of the evening?
Well, I have a couple favorite parts. One out of the two that I have is getting to dress up for this event. I know that I made the joke that I woke up like this, but it actually took some serious work to get looking this fantastic. My other favorite part was getting to talk with Dr. Michael V. Carter and seeing his take on everything since he is the head of the university. What's been your favorite part, Clark?
I think my favorite part has just been the experience as a whole over the past 3 years. This is my last Derby Rose Gala that I'll be able to participate in, and just to get the experience behind the scenes and on camera has truly been a blessing, and just all the work that I've been able to put in with WLCU TV over the years has truly been a blessing. So as our coverage comes to a close here in the Winters Dining Hall, we do want to take an opportunity to thank our sponsors here tonight, Amber, and Those sponsors are Community Trust Bank,
Wright Legacy Group, LLC, Steve and Lisa Wright,
Donald and Vicki Inzer,
Mitchell's Menswear,
The Green Room, Paige Horde,
United Citizens Bank,
Joe and Susan Walters.
We would also like to thank all of you for following along with our coverage throughout the evening.
We do want to remind you that there will be a re-air of tonight's broadcast next Friday, April 14th at 6 p.m. Thanks to everyone who made this event possible at the 9th Annual Derby Rose Gala on WLCU TV. Have a good evening.
Thank you for joining us this evening on WLCU TV for live coverage of the 2017 Derby Rose Gala. We'd like to thank all those that made this broadcast possible.
#7307. And we're just so glad you've taken time out of your busy schedule, because if one person has that question, many persons have that questions. And as you know, on Heart of Health Live, we are just here to answer your questions. We don't sell a product. We don't push any services. We're just here to serve you. We also want to let you know that in getting over your illnesses, there's also a God that wants to be part of your life, to join in a relationship with you, and wants to be part of this healing triangle that we're in. And remember, not everything happens in a day. You don't go to A to Z all at once. You go little steps at a time. You go to A to B to C as we learn how to take better care of ourselves. And if you look at what's been going on in our healthcare world, every year, more cancer, more heart disease, more mental health problems, more diabetes, more obesity. And if you look at all the prescriptions written, 4 billion prescriptions, it doesn't take a person long to look at the evidence and say, listen, we need to do something new. So what we try to do is give a balance to place. Remember, there's a place for modern medicine, especially for acute disease and genetic problems. And there's a place for lifestyle, moving one step at a time. But we want to encourage everyone to find that relationship you might have with God, connect with Him. So we also want to encourage you to go to our website, heartwiseministries.org, where you can watch programs, leave questions, read articles, or be one of our Facebook friends. You can join us on Facebook and be part of the community. We're going to be right back with Dr. Rachel right after this break, so stay with us.
The Heart of Health Live will return in just a moment.
The Heart of Health Live is brought to you by Heartwise Ministries.
Medicines That Kill from cardiologist Dr. James Markham is now available. In his newest book, Dr. Markham explains why he believes that medications may very well be the #1 cause of death in America. Medicines That Kill uncovers the hidden risks associated with modern pharmaceuticals and outlines the biblical plan for physical and spiritual health. To find out how to get your copy, visit our website at heartwiseministries.org or call us toll free at 855-644-3278.
I'm Dr. James Markham, and I talk to patients every day who want to know the truth in healthcare. On our website, heartwiseministries.org, you can have your questions answered. You can read my blog where I talk about interesting and controversial subjects in medicine. You might choose to go to the radio or television sections and learn more about all sorts of health topics. Take the time and go to heartwiseministries.org.
This year, it's estimated that 56 million people will die. Some from old age, some from disease, and still others from terrible tragedies. At HeartWise, we can't do anything about sudden death, but what we can give you is free medical information that will help you live a longer, more fulfilling life with less disease and illness. If you are interested, we would love to talk to you about our wonderful God whom we love and serve, who is with us even when we are going through heartache. If you have a medical question, or if you are just at the end of your rope, call us at 855-644-3278. At HeartWise, we believe in truth, love, and healing.
You've got questions, we've got answers on the Heart of Health Live. Welcome back.
Glad you joined us, and if you just joined us, we have Dr. I said her name wrong. It's like Michelle except Rochelle, right?
Right, Rochelle.
And our phone number is 855-644-3278. And if you call in now, our operators are standing by to write down your question that we will answer live on air this evening. And there's no such thing as a question that's not a good question.
That's exactly
And
right.
actually, I've got several questions that have come in off our internet site, which is heartwiseministries.org, from all over that ask questions specifically to allergies and immunology. I didn't realize there's so many questions about this. There's gobs of questions.
Oh my goodness, yes, especially in this area.
So Susan, tell us about yourself. How did you get interested in medicine and the field of immunology and allergy? How did this all evolve?
Well, that's a really good question. And in terms of medicine, I remember a good friend of mine loved to do autopsies.
Okay.
And so that was just very intriguing to me. And so I thought, that would be something that I thought I could pursue. And honestly, I was trained in social work.
Oh, really?
And would refer people to the psychiatrist if I felt like I couldn't take care of them. And they would come back more frustrated because the psychiatrist would want to give them medications. And they were really into really hearing how they could get better without medications. So I thought, I'm going to change the world. And so I decided to pursue medicine and actually considered becoming a psychiatrist. Okay. But when I got into medicine, I decided that's not what I wanted to do, and was at a lecture when I was probably my third year of medical school, and listened to a doc who was a pulmonologist talk about asthma. And I was incredibly fascinated by what he said. Asthma used to be described as the ABCs, aminophylline, beta-2 agonists, and corticosteroids, and he said everything we learned is backwards, that corticosteroids are really, and that's steroids, need to be the mainstay of therapy. And I thought, this is fascinating to me.
Yeah.
So that's how I got into it, and when I did my fellowship, before my fellowship, I learned about immunology, which made everything come to life.
Now what is immunology for those out there that don't know?
Yes. Well, there are different systems in the body. And one system is the endocrine system, which has to do with diabetes. Another system is the immune system that has to do with lymph nodes and getting lymph nodes from point A to point B and fighting infections. And that has to do with the immune system. People frequently think about the immune system when they think about autoimmune diseases, like lupus, for an example. But the truth is that the immune system is involved with lots of different diseases. In cardiology, in fact, the immune system plays a very large role. And we know in allergy and asthma, the immune system is integral in trying to identify how it works and also what we can do, how we can change the immune system. And that's what's so exciting about being in medicine these days, is because probably for the last 2 decades, the last 20 years, there's been an immunologic explosion of things that we've learned about immunology. And so now we can better take care of patients because of what we've learned from the immune system, studying the immune system.
So sometimes I guess you turn the immune system on.
Right.
And then sometimes you want to turn the immune system off.
And sometimes the body does that without even, we don't even know half the reasons why the immune system gets stimulated. But we do know some of the reasons for it. And then I will tell you, in terms of Chattanooga, I have been here for about 15 years and was with another practice for 11 years and left that practice to open a faith-based practice. So what we have been doing for the last 5 years is we opened Covenant Allergy and Asthma Care, and we have been providing allergy asthma care and also have integrated prayer, because we believe that God is the ultimate physician and that healing comes through Him. And that if we can incorporate what we know about Western and Eastern medicine with healing and God, that's the very best diagnosis and very best treatment for anybody. So that's kind of the story.
So you went to medical school, and then I guess you did a fellowship.
Did a 1-year rotating internship in St. Louis, and then went to Chicago and did a 3-year internal medicine residency, and then did 3 more years of allergy immunology fellowship.
Wow. And you see patients every day?
Every day.
Wow. Now, is Chattanooga home for you, or did you?
It is now.
Okay.
But I've only been here for 15 years. I grew up in the city of Chicago.
Oh, wow.
In the city. And then when I was a young teenager, we moved to a western suburb.
So these cold winters just don't bother you?
Oh, I'm not. I am done with the winter. I am ready for spring.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, what I've done is I've pulled up some questions as we're waiting for your calls. That's 855-644-3278. And sometimes we get lots of calls, and sometimes we don't get as many, but we have lots of questions, and everyone learns when we answer these questions, okay? And the first question I thought was a good question that one writer wrote in. This was from Canada. And they wanted to know, what is an allergy?
Oh, what a great question.
Because they didn't, evidently, in the scope of this question, it was a long question, of course, but someone said they were allergic, and then someone said they were sensitive, and they didn't know what. So what really is an allergy?
Okay. Well, what's very interesting, and this has to do with the immune system. So there are parts of the immune system that we call antibodies. And the one type of antibody that is specific for allergy is IgE. So if there is a reaction that involves this antibody, this IgE antibody, that is allergy. So let me give you some examples of what allergies are. So for an example, in this area, we have pollen that is out the majority of the year, but that would be trees, grasses, and weeds are going to be examples of allergies, or things that can cause proteins that can cause allergies. Other things can be molds. Then there's interesting things like stinging insects. And I will tell you that something very interesting is that we have discovered, the field has discovered a new allergy, and it's called alpha-gal. Now let me tell you about that one. That is very unique to this field, because typically when it comes to an allergy, it's involving a protein with this IgE antibody. This one is very unique in that it involves a carbohydrate, and we call it alpha-gal allergy. Now, some people call it the mysterious meat allergy, because what happens is after someone has been bit by a tick, and they could have been bit by a tick years ago, they develop an allergy to meat, and that would be non-primate mammalian meat, such as beef, not chicken because that's fowl, but lamb, pork, venison, so any kind of a mammal, if you ingest it and you have been bit by a tick at some point in your life, you start developing symptoms of swelling that we call angioedema, or hives, the red, raised, itchy bumps on your skin, or shortness of breath. All those things can be suggestive of this alpha-gal allergy, but typically it's a protein. The other interesting thing that I should mention, when it comes to an allergy, generally you have symptoms within minutes. With this particular allergen, you have symptoms 3 to 6 hours later. So the problem is, particularly if you're a hunter, you got your venison, you ate it for dinner, it tastes great. 6 hours later, you may be sound asleep, and then you wake up with this allergic reaction. Other things, stinging insects is also another example of an allergen. And again, it has to do with IgE. IgE is that antibody that binds to the protein, and not everybody is allergic. When it comes to stinging insect allergy, that is not an inherited condition. When someone is allergic to trees, grasses, weeds, molds, dust mite, dog, cat, cockroach, those inhalant allergens, that is generally due to a genetic component. We're inherited the ability to have that allergy. Other allergies can be food. People are allergic to foods. And the most common food allergy is peanut. And we know that peanut can kill people. So there have also been a lot of talk around food allergies and what things we can do about them. But really for today, we are not in prime time giving people peanuts at this point, but there is some data that shows that people have been fed peanuts in an incremental challenge, so they're given small amounts of peanut that they can tolerate 8 to 9 peanuts. Which is great, because it means that if they were to have an accidental ingestion of that peanut, they're not going to die. But to maintain that desensitization, they have to ingest that peanut every day of their life. Wow. So we're not ready for prime time, in my opinion, at this time. But we are moving toward that. Now, medications.
Now, I'm going to have to stop you right now. We're going to go back to the medications after we go to the break. So if you're just joining us, we're here with Dr. Rochelle, and she's here with us talking about allergies and immunology. We're going to be right back after this short break. Grab a drink, and we're going to continue this discussion about allergies.
The Heart of Health Live will return in just a moment.
Heartwise Ministries and these adorable sheep want to remind you that every Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern, the Heart of Health Live is all new with an exciting guest. That's 6 p.m. right here on this station.
Kids will spend 8 minutes decorating their little brother.
Brushing for 2 minutes now can save your child from severe tooth pain later. 2 minutes, twice a day. They have the time.
You've got questions, we've got answers on the Heart of Health Live. Welcome back.
At break time, we were talking about allergies, and the last question is, what is an allergy? And we were answering that question. You were talking about medicine. So we're going to move on about what you know, everyone says, I'm allergic to this. How many people are actually allergic to the things they say they are?
Yes. The truth is that the numbers are a lot less than we think. A lot of people are actually, just like Dr. Markham was saying, sensitive, but not actually allergic. Again, if that IgE antibody is present and causes a life-threatening reaction, and that could be breaking out in hives, lip swelling, difficulty breathing, shortness of breath, all those things can be suggestive of a life-threatening allergy or allergy. Now, what's interesting is some of the medications, the most common medicines that you probably know about is penicillin. Lots of people feel that they have had a penicillin allergy, but what's interesting about that is the majority of people who think that they are allergic to penicillin aren't, and people who have had even a life-threatening reaction to penicillin at least a decade or two later, only half of those people will actually continue to have that allergy. The other thing that I wanted to mention, so lots of people who think they're allergic to penicillin aren't, and their immune system again, has modulated or changed to the point where they're no longer allergic to it. But there are lots of medicines that people think that they are allergic to, which they aren't. For an example, aspirin. People ingest aspirin and their lips can swell and they think it's an allergy, but it's due to a completely different mechanism that has to do with the arachidonic acid pathway that you remember.
That's right.
Yes.
Got it right in the brain.
Yes. So the arachidonic acid pathway is the pathway that's involved with aspirin sensitivity. It is not an allergen because it does not involve IgE at all.
Okay.
For example, narcotics. No narcotics are IgE mediated as far as I can think of in my head.
So you cannot be allergic to a narcotic.
That's right. However, you can certainly have a reaction to it,
right,
or a sensitivity, where when you ingest it, you have itching from head to toe. And we know itching is typically a symptom of allergy, but not in all cases.
So it's not that life-threatening one.
Well, unfortunately, it can be life-threatening. It just doesn't have to do with IgE. So someone can die if someone gets radio contrast media and they're on the table, which is, for you folks out there, that means that people sometimes, when they get an imaging study, the doc says you need to have dye injected in there that shows a contrast between some of the tissue with and some of the tissue without the dye. Well, that dye can cause a life-threatening reaction, but it's not an allergy. In other words, IgE is not involved in that. Now, what's interesting about that is if a person has that kind of a reaction, they can still get the radio contrast media in the future, but we have to pre-medicate. Right. So then they get the prednisone and the diphenhydramine or some of the other medications, but they can still get it. So that's one of the ways to distinguish between an allergy and a non-allergy. It has to do with IgE, but the truth is that sometimes the reactions look exactly alike.
Right.
So that's just where some knowledge and knowing
and this is really a challenge, because occasionally we'll have someone that really needs a certain medicine and they say, no, I'm allergic or sensitivity, and you try, well, what happened and how many times you have it, and you have to ask lots of questions.
Right. Now, the one other thing that I wanted to bring up is that sometimes what we can do is desensitize somebody to a medication. For an example, if someone is allergic to penicillin and there is no alternative, and they absolutely need to have penicillin, and they have a life-threatening reaction to it, we can actually give them teeny tiny doses of it, an incremental challenge. So over time, we give them more and more of that particular medicine, in this case penicillin, until they achieve a level that we maintain them on until they stop taking the medication. And so they can actually take it. But that process can sometimes take 4 to 6 to 8 hours. To desensitize. And then for as long as they're on the medicine, there can't be a 24 or 48-hour break in the medicine, because if there is, then we have to desensitize all over again. So it's very tedious, but again, the immune system is very involved with those kinds of allergies.
Lots of things.
Right, yes.
Well, we've got some questions. We better start getting at them. This is from Palm Springs, California.
Montreal, White Sox, the Yankees, Oakland, Baltimore, Florida. There's Kylie Young at the plate. And after the first couple of batters, Kenzie got ahead. She has been behind a handful here in the second. What a one to count. PC last year, 25 and 28, 10 and 14 in the Big South. It's 25 wins, third in PC's Division I history. Jam shot, blooper foul. Count will go to 1-2.
Like the traffic has thinned down on campus a little bit. It was a little thick here a little while ago.
College for a weekend always brings them out.
Oh, it sure does.
Big crowd here tonight for visor giveaway. Next pitch down low. Count will go to 2-2. Number of hat giveaways this week. On Tuesday, it was trucker hat giveaway with the mesh back. Old school trucker hat. The baseball game. Visor giveaway tonight. Line drive that hit the glove of Taylor, but she was in foul ground when it did. At least I heard it nick the cowhide. It's close. 2-2 the count.
Good effort.
Swing and a miss. Fastball up in the zone. And Kenzie Friesen pitches herself out of damage in the second. Stranding two Blue Hose on the base paths. Liberty coming back up to bat when we come back.
Taste the feeling.
For every family, every home, and for all your propane needs, choose Foster Fuels.
No scores. Liberty comes up in the bottom of the second here in Lynchburg. The new BigSouthSports.com is the source for all your conference information, news, results, and so much more, plus video on the Big South Network with all streamed events, free and available on your mobile devices. All this and more at the new BigSouthSports.com. Chilly day here in the Hill City, and it's going to get down to the 30s. A freeze warning is in effect, so cover up your plants if they've already bloomed. Consider yourself warned. I'm going to have to do that when I get home tonight, Coach.
That's a fact.
Come on over to Forest if you'd like. Help me out. Lexi Taylor leads off. I take that as a no. I don't blame you.
Probably not. I'm thankful we haven't put our tomato plants in yet.
Next pitch outside. Let's see. Yes, 2-0. Flames third baseman I don't know if I've ever seen her without a smile on her face.
That's a fact. You know, and she's doing a great job at third base. Very solid there.
Sharp ground ball to Rogers. One away.
Hard hit right there, just right at her.
Here's Emily Sweat. Technically the designated player, but officially listed as the catcher today. Although Caitlin McFarland is doing the duties behind the plate. Emily's having a great freshman year, 316 average. 1 home run, 20 RBIs. Sweat's hit in 4 of her last 6 ball games.